You know how sometimes a headache just appears out of nowhere,
hmm
and you're left wondering, okay, what just happened? What set that off?
Yeah, trying to trace back your steps.
Exactly. So today on the deep dive, we're focusing right on that. Migraine triggers.
Right.
We've gathered info from, various sources to give a quick rundown of the usual suspects, the things mentioned most often.
Considered a sort of quick guide, maybe. Just the common factors.
Yeah, like a cheat sheet. We want to give folks some actionable insights without getting too bogged down.
Precisely.
Yeah.
We're not really tackling the deep biology of migraines today.
No.
It's more about those external things, the factors people actually report seem to kick things off for them.
Just practical stuff that might click with your own experience or maybe someone you know.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's jump in. A really big one, it seems, is diet. It pops up constantly.
Definitely.
And it's not just what you eat. Sometimes it's about, well, not eating. Skipping meals. That's apparently quite common for some people.
It is surprisingly common. It often relates to blood sugar levels dipping too low. Consistency seems key.
Right, consistency. And then there are those specific foods you always hear about: aged cheeses, maybe processed meats.
Yeah, and there's often a reason for that. Some contain compounds, tyramine's a classic example, that can affect blood vessels.
Ah, okay, so it's not just random. There can be a physiological thing happening.
Potentially, yes. And like I said, keeping blood sugar stable by eating regularly helps a lot of people avoid that trigger.
Makes sense. Okay, so moving out of the kitchen,
Yeah.
what about our surroundings, the environment?
Oh, absolutely. Huge factor. Think about weather changes.
Right, like shifts in barometric pressure. I hear that one a lot.
You do. It's frequently cited.
Right.
Also, things that hit the senses, hard, strong smells, perfumes, cleaning stuff.
Or even bright flashing lights.
Yes, exactly. It's like sensory overload almost.
That's a good way to put it. Overload.
And it kind of lines up with migraine theories involving, nerve signaling and blood flow changes in the brain. These sudden sensory inputs could potentially disrupt things.
Disrupt the balance. Got it. And then there's just life, right? Lifestyle stuff.
Lifestyle's huge.
Stress has got to be top of the list for many.
Oh, for sure. And it's tricky. It can be the stress building up, or sometimes it's the letdown period after the stress that triggers it.
Wow, a double whammy. And sleep.
Critical. Both too little and sometimes too much sleep can be problematic. It's about regularity again, often.
Regularity seems to be a theme here.
It does.
And I find this one interesting. Even intense exercise can be a trigger for some individuals.
Yes, it's another form of physiological stress. Essentially, it pushes the body.
When we can't forget caffeine, can we?
Definitely not.
Huh?
Caffeine is, well, it's complex, isn't it?
How so?
Because a bit of caffeine during an attack can sometimes help, right? But caffeine withdrawal, that's a very well-known trigger.
Ah, the paradox. So cutting back too quickly could be an issue.
It really highlights how sensitive our systems can be to sudden changes. Any change, really.
It really does. So, okay, as people are listening, maybe some of this sounds familiar, maybe some surprises. The key thing, though, and we should stress this, is that these are common triggers. They show up a lot in reports.
But they're not universal.
Exactly. What affects one person might do absolutely nothing to another. It's super individual.
Highly individual. So the real value here is maybe prompting some self-reflection.
Yeah, think about your own patterns.
Wow.
Do any of these ring a bell? Food, weather, stress, sleep.
Have you noticed anything? It's about becoming a bit more aware, maybe paying closer attention.
It's not about diagnosing, just observing.
Exactly. Awareness is the first step.
Yeah.
Just knowing these counter possibilities gives you a starting point to understand your own situation better.
Right. So the main takeaway then, there's this list of frequently mentioned triggers: diet, environment, lifestyle factors.
But, and it's a big but, your personal triggers could be different. They're unique to you.
Knowing the common ones is just a tool, a helpful starting point for figuring things out.
It really is. And maybe a final thought for listeners.
Yeah.
As you go through your day, just notice the ordinary things. Could keeping maybe just a simple mental note, or even jotting things down quickly?
Like a quick log.
Yeah, a quick log of when migraines happened and what was going on around that time, food, stress, weather, whatever. Could that reveal any surprising connections for you?
Looking for those personal patterns.
Sometimes the best insights really do come from just watching our own experiences closely